What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna be determined. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kick it off with a bang here, and I'm gonna answer 20 questions for every spiritual seeker. Now, I know that sounds like a lot. However, every answer is going to be within about 1 to 2 minutes at most for the answers, and hopefully this serves as a catalyst for you to do your own critical thinking, your own analysis to see where your morality is at. So without further ado, 20 questions for every spiritual seeker. Number 1, why is there poverty and suffering in the world? Now that is a rather large question with a lot of complex different parts, but it comes down to this. We live in a system that enforces social hierarchies based on economic differences. Now, we have enough resources to go around in the world. However, the systems we choose to organize ourselves in prevent everybody from having basic physiological needs: food, water, shelter, things of that nature. There's enough to go around. However, we choose as a civilization, as a society, as a planet, to not spread it fairly. Take that as you will. It's simply facts. Question number 2. What is the relationship between science and religion? This is another tough question with a lot of complex different answers. However, science in itself has brought us amazing, wonderful, wonderful technologies. The fact that you are watching me right now. Thank you, science. However, science is limited by our own perspective. There is so much that we simply do not know. Something like the question of God is simply immeasurable. We don't have a way to analyze with the scientific method the human rationalization of faith. However, religious institutions as we know them are simply also institutionalizing human perception of faith. And many people choose to live by the language of religion instead of living by the ideals of love and oneness and unity. So they can go hand in hand if you choose to not live by direct language like many choose to. Question number 3, why are so many people depressed? I think that is a very great question, and it's because we are spiritual beings living in a consumer physical world. Many cannot, choose to just go to the store and buy something that's going to make them happy. It might make you short-term gratification. You get a new phone, new car, whatever. However, does that lead to long-term happiness? No. That's why you see so many millionaires, billionaires depressed. That's why mental health and depression does not discriminate. By looking within and becoming fulfilled in our purposes and our passions is when we can overcome depression. Question number 4. What's number question? What are we also afraid of? We're also afraid of the fear, the uncertainty, the unknown. Think about your worries and your anxieties. Think about your fear. What is it that you're truly afraid of? Many of the things are just scenarios or things that have not happened yet. And if you think back to the things that you were anxious about, how many of them came true? I'm very anxious myself in the past, and most of the time it was me just creating scenarios which did not happen. It was all in my head. So we're all afraid because we're taught to be afraid of the unknown. We're taught to not go into the realms of adventure and the realms of exploration. So we live life timid. We live life afraid, like the world is out to get us. It's not. It's of our creation. Question number 5. When is war justifiable? I'll tell you right now, never. When we choose to live in a place of love and unity, we realize that all human beings are just that. Human beings. We're all brothers and sisters. Doesn't matter about your nationalistic construct, religious construct, color of your skin. It's a physical difference. What difference does it make? We have no right to ever kill another human being. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Every peaceful movement, every peaceful justifiable movement has been nonviolent, right? Nonviolence, the answer. Number 6, how would, I'm putting quotations, God want us to respond to aggression and terrorism? Now we're talking about the correct ideal sense of a rational God, and he would say, again, an eye for an eye would make the whole world blind. Bring love, unity, and morality to other human beings, which is what all religions were founded upon. However, many have strayed from that and got into the specific languages of their holy texts, which were not meant to be taken literally. So that's how we would respond to war. How does one obtain true peace? This is question number 7 for those of you keeping track. By finding peace within, by detaching from your materialistic mindsets, your egoic outcomes, and ultimately embracing life as it comes. Fulfillment and purpose, it comes from exploring your passions and trying new things and working towards a long-term goal in the here and now. That's how you find true peace within yourself. Number 8, what does it mean to be present in this moment? I want you to stop. Take a deep breath. Exhale. You're present in this moment, right here, right now. Look at the surroundings around you. Be in this moment. Feel this moment. We're not worrying about our past or the future. We're simply being here and now. That's all we got. That's all we ever have. Everything happens in the here and now. All the future planning that you have, that's great. It's great to have a long-term goal. What are you doing in the here and now to work towards that future? So, number 9, what is our greatest distraction? I would say our thoughts and anxieties are probably our greatest distraction because they prevent us from pursuing our passions in the here and now. I mean, you could certainly make the argument for technology. However, I believe when you use technology correctly, it can be a valuable tool. So when you use it incorrectly, though, it feeds into our anxieties and our thoughts. So that is our greatest distraction. Number 10, is current religion serving its purpose? And I would say in places, yes. Going back to, what is truly religion? Religion is institutionalizing human faith. Humans evolutionarily have this faith complex where they believe in a higher power, much to the detriment of our own evolution, because chances are it's probably preventing us from taking certain steps in our own evolution. However, we have to look and realize that we are limited and we have only our self-awareness. And think of like a power like love. Would you say love is a power greater than your individual self? Yes. And what religion is, what faith is believing in powers greater than your individual self that we cannot measure currently, at least in the means of the scientific method. So religion is simply a languaged rationalization for human faith. Don't live by the language, live by the meaning, and that is of love, unity, oneness. Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, all those prophets, that was the message that they preached. Number 11, what happens to you after you die? You simply return to being nothing, but also everything at the same time. The trees, the earth, the universe, you simply returned to what is. What happens to the energy in our body? Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. However, when you see a lifeless body, it's lifeless. There's no life. The energy has left. Where does that energy go? We're all the same thing here. We're all one. And simply I return to the realms of the universe. And is there reincarnation? Maybe. Karmic reincarnation? I simply do not have the answer for that. However, pretty sure the energy continues in some capacity. Number 12, describe heaven and how you get there. Well, heaven, I believe, is in the present. Heaven requires a particular mindset. If you think about reaching nirvana in Buddhism, right, and enlightenment, stopping that cycle of reincarnation, if you can live free, seek truth, pursue creativity, and ultimately help others, you are already in a heaven state. Think of heaven and hell as an analogy. You could choose to live in heaven in this moment, right now, but you could also choose to live in hell. And are you going to simply allow what's happening to you to make that decision for you? Or are you going to be a victim, hell? Or are you going to be a creator and take control, heaven, and doing what you want? Because you have the ability to do anything that you want to do right in this moment. That was question number 12. Question number 13, we're going through this so quick. What is the meaning of life? That's a deep question. The meaning of life is just to be yourself. There is no one universal meaning. Accept the fact that everyone has their own personal, unique meaning. So pursue what you want to do. That is the meaning of life. What else is there to do? I can't think of anything. Number 14, describe God. God is the universe, everything that is embodying it, I guess. You are God, I am God. This microphone over here is God. God is everything. We are all this one creation. I don't believe in necessarily the religious institution, but I believe in a higher power of some state. And I believe that we're all connected and one by a universal energy. So, God's everything. God is love. Number 15, what is the greatest quality humans possess? And I am going to say love. Gratitude. In a world ruled by love, there would be no war. There would be no poverty. There would be no socioeconomic differences. We would simply be choosing to love other human beings. You can go up to any person on the street and do something loving for them. They feel that. They feel that. Love is a higher power. Love is universal. Love is what will bring us together. Not war, not violence. It's about unity and love. We're getting close. We're 3/4 of the way done. Number 16, what is it that prevents people from living to their fullest potential? I would say a lack of love, a lack of community, and ultimately a sense of the fact that maybe, they don't know what it is they want to do with their life. Maybe they don't feel they have purpose. The society cannot provide that purpose for them. I think we're taught to sort of fear the unknown. So for fulfilling your utmost potential requires you to take risks. It requires you to try new things. And without, with a fear of the unknown, are you going to take risks? No. So you have to be willing to take risks. Otherwise, you will never reach your fullest potential. Number 17, non-verbally, by motion or gesture, only act out what you believe to be the current condition of the world. Non-verbally. The current condition. What I want it to be? That's a hard saying. Number 18, what is your one wish for the world? I want love, happiness, opportunity for everybody. Everybody deserves equal opportunities. There's some people, what's the difference between you and somebody who was born into immense poverty in a village that doesn't have clean drinking water? Simply luck of the draw. Maybe you were born into privilege, and that's good. Use your privilege to help others. My one wish for the world is everybody has an equal chance to pursue what it is they want to do, and that is what's going to make this world a better place. Number 19, what is wisdom and how do we get it? Wisdom ultimately is listening. Listening to mentors, listening to life experience, always being willing to learn. You don't accumulate wisdom by simply not doing anything. You must experience to gain wisdom. When we choose to be reflective and engage in self-analysis and see where we screwed up in the past and see where we're heading towards in the future, that is when we have true wisdom, when we're connected with what is. The last question. We're on the last question. Can you believe that? I know, so sad, but also so great because you can explore these all in depth. Number 20, are we all one? Yes, we are all one. The earth, the species, the plants, the universe, everything is all one. We all embody different individual levels of consciousness, sure, in our own unique perceptual experiences. However, we're all made from stardust. We're all made of the same root. We all share commonalities that you can't even rationalize through language. There's a deep interconnection between all people. Now, when we choose to fully embrace it as a society, that is when the world will truly become the world we need. If you like this video, like, subscribe, rate, boom, boom, you will get new videos whenever I feel like it.